Peace. Well, my name is RZA, considered the ambler of the Wu-Tang clan. And when it comes to ODB, who was born with the name of Russell Jones, but around the age of 14, 15, we took a venture into life and we started reading books and researching things. And he chose a name for himself called A-Song Unique. And when you say A-Song Unique, it means he is a son who is unique. When I look at my uncle Wu and Cherry, you know what I mean? And I just go to their house all the time and spend the weekends with them. It was like, they were the only family that I saw as a family growing up. You see on Cherry up in the morning and she made pancakes, you know what I mean? They had 2 boxes of cereal in the cabinet. Uncle Wu, hard-working man, both parents worked, and it was a great example of a family. And A-Song Unique was a unique son from that family. And he always had his different ways about it. You know, we could come around my neighborhood and everybody like, hey, where's your cousin Rusty at? He's just so cool. Everybody loved him. That's what he went. People just fell in love with him immediately. But as time went on, and we started going through life and going through the tribulations that we go through as teenagers, and we started getting more into hip-hop and started actually making money from hip-hop and being, shall I say, successful in hip-hop. He changed his name to ODB Bastard. That was the name personally that I gave him. And I asked for forgiveness for that, as well as you can thank me for. I say forgiveness because a man don't make a name, you know what I mean? Or should I say, it's like sometimes a man makes the name, but sometimes the name makes you. Sometimes your attribute actually becomes a reflection of yourself. Now when I think back of him being A-Song Unique, he was the kind of person, he didn't eat no meat, he kept himself super clean, he walked like Mr. Spot. He would challenge anybody in the cipher. Every time he spoke with wisdom. Many times, man, Uncle Wu used to get the books, you bring out the promotional books from Imani Center, and we'll match lessons, match knowledge together, you know what I mean? And Uncle tell us, you guys, may not be going the totally right path, but you're definitely doing better than a lot of people before y'all, you know what I mean? And when he was A-Song Unique, in my opinion, you know what I mean? He was really more extremely powerful than his ODB. And I say that because the radiance that he had, the beauty that he had, everything that shined, his whole look was just angelic. You know what I mean? And as he became ODB Bastard, he became more successful. He made a lot more money, a lot more fun, a lot more things going on, but yet he went further away from A-Song Unique. And this has happened to myself also, so I know the situation. I took a name on myself, such as Bobby Digital, shall I say. I became more of a person just chasing life instead of letting life flow through me. Now, I'm going to deal with mathematics for those who understand this. The God physical passing away was on the 13th. And we know that's dealing with what is his own self. You know what I mean? And what is your own self? Sometimes things build on top of ourselves so much that our own selves get buried so deep in that our self is there no longer. And that's when the soul gives up on the body because the flesh has taken over. So you just said what? The flesh is weak. It's weak to anything that tempts it immediately. If we see a big butt, be quick to look. We see some alcohol, be quick to sip. So as time went on, he became more and more away from his own self. It's similar to a woman when you meet her, she's nice and slim and pretty, you're like, wow, it's a bad girl. But as time goes on, she gains weight, becomes depressed and more depressed. So she's no longer herself anymore. She's no longer satisfied with herself. And I gotta say, in the case of A-Song Unique, I think this is some of the things that happened to him as time went on. Because now, it's like he has to look at himself. And when we can't be satisfied with ourselves and find happiness, which is total, complete satisfaction with yourself, you find other things to make you happy. And what do that turn into? Alcohol, drugs, and sex, yo. And the abuse of alcohol, drugs, and sex will take any one of us out of here. Any one of us. And as I'm looking at the time that we spent prior to him being ODB, the times of being A-Song Unique, I realized something that I'm going to say right in front of everybody. Most people teach that we all die because, it's preordained for you to die. That your day is coming. I bear witness that God is almighty and all beautiful. it says Allah is the most merciful. I don't bear witness that the mercy of God will give you a time that, yo, you born and you want to die that day. I don't think God chose any of us. He wants us to have life. But I do believe that we kill ourselves, or we allow each other to kill ourselves. When I think about my son, I said to myself, I said, you know what? I'm going to take 5% of the blame. You know why? Because I consider myself a wise man who knows right from wrong. But when I see him doing things that was wrong, I refrain myself from intervening, from stepping in between. Because we got this thing in the hood that, yo, he's a grown man. He could do what he wants. And we all say that to each other. Oh, she's a grown woman. Oh, your wife ran away. Oh, she's a grown woman. Oh, he's smoking crack. Oh, she's a grown... Nah, man. See, that's what's wrong with family. It's neglect. Never neglect each other. You see somebody in the family hurting, reach out, yo. Help out. I mean, Dirty told me and many of our other cousins and many people in this family that, yo, I'm dying. Personally, I'll be honest with you, I took it as he's just high, or he's just talking out of his mouth. But it was real, because now it's real evidence for me to see. And so we have a big family. He comes from a family of 7. I come from a family of 11. We have 20, 30, 40, 50, 60 nieces and nephews, all kinds of cousins. And what that means, it's a blessing to have a big family, but it also means there's going to be a lot of more sorrow in this family. Because each and every one of us got to face that day. But there is a way to extend ourselves, to extend it to a point. When you read into the Bible and the Holy Quran, you see, oh, this man lived to be 200, 300, 400, 500 years of age, living righteous. It's like we got to take that seriously these days. Take righteousness into our heart, take our diet into our heart, and take our love into our heart, and apply it back to each other. And what goes with this, when I think about applying that love back to each other, you know, it's like, yo, don't ever take what somebody is telling you from their mouth and from their heart as a joke, as a jest, or as a pass by. Because everything is real. If you don't believe that it's real, then the Most High will show you how real it can be. And you will be another sorrowful moment. I say peace and blessings to Ace RZA. I love the God with all my heart. That's my word is bond. I love my family, and I strive to do the best I can to help anybody in my family. And I just hope we all can show that love to each other and help each other, man. Make this family for real. Be one of those families you read about in history books. Peace and blessings.